What's up, everybody? Master Reactor here, and eventually I'm going to start using Streamlabs. But until then, probably after a day, I'm gonna look into it. But until then, it would be the same old OBS content. But what I have today is the craziest replay that I have ever posted on the channel. This is just crazy. Not just because the way it played out, the gameplay, but just the way that we played like 4 or 5 games or some shit. Like, it was crazy. It glitched out like crazy. He beat me. I think I beat him once. He beat me twice. And then Dueling Book made us go to game 4. And then I beat him, and then he just admitted defeat, and I guess I won. I don't fucking know. But it was crazy. And even the guy was talking about it on Discord. So we're going to go right here and show y'all what I'm talking about. This is some crazy shit. Let me know if this has ever happened to you. Have you ever been playing on Dueling Book and another name came in and talked? Like, you see this guy right here, AI Burner. He came in while I was playing with Big Country. It was just like, are you going to do anything? So it was glitched all the way the fuck out. It's just crazy. So let's see what happened. And this is when I had bad internet too. I didn't have very good Wi-Fi at the time because I was watching my dad, who just recovered from having cancer. So I didn't have the greatest Wi-Fi. But so I think he won the rock paper scissors. Okay. He opened Solum, Snatch, Rhoda, Zing, Pot, and Torrential. I've got Spy, Duo, Dargreed, Pot, and Torrential. He Rhoda's here and grabs Don Zalug, which is definitely sussy. You don't want to do that. You want to save your Rhoda for sure and not let me know what you have in your hand. So he pot agrees into Solum and Blade Knight now. And now he decides to set Don Zalug, but instead of setting it, he summons it, which is not good again. All he should have done was just set his entire hand and pass. If I summon a monster, he can wrench it. Then he can run Blade Knight out and get me. Instead, he does this play. Summons Don Zalug, set Solum, set Zing, set Solum, and set Torrential. I draw into Book of Moon. So I automatically fire the Duo. He doesn't Solum this. I fire Pot of Greed, and he says I'm going to Solum that. So, alright, that's cool. So then I decide to set Spy and set 2. And this is where it like kind of lagged out here. So I didn't really know what exactly he targeted with his Zing. I really thought it was these two right here. So then he top decks a knock on me, which is terrible. So okay, he knocks me. Awesome. Pretty good draw there for him. Then he hits me with 14. And I said, this is whenever I say, you gotta call the judge. It's glitching bad. You better just call him because it ain't working. I mean, on this screen right here, it said like admit defeat. There was no option for me to admit defeat. It already said I admitted defeat, and it said that. It was just crazy. So then I refreshed it and came back, and it started being fine. So there's the link right there to what happened. I'm gonna click that and show y'all what exactly happened here. Let me pause this. Here's a screenshot of what happened. See how it says this guy's name right here? He says, you gonna do something? I'm like, I'm playing against Big Country. Why the hell is this guy typing? So it lagged the fuck out. But we're back. So get rid of all my spies. He hits me with 14 and he doesn't mill. I draw into Faith, which is pretty nice. So okay, so I guess he did show me there, but I still did not know. I had no clue. I wasn't paying attention to none of that shit. I didn't have my mouse at the time, so he said it was these two. But this is funny when this happens. Watch. So I set Faith and pass. He draws Saku. And he just hits my Faith. And I grab Pot of Greed. And I draw on the Breaker. I run the Breaker out. So I'm judgments that. Then I fire Pot of Greed. I should have fired Pot of Greed first here. That probably would have been a better play. Because then I could have unlocked my 2 Zing things, but it's fine. So I fire Pot of Greed, draw into Faith, and Jar of Greed. I set the Jar of Greed and pass. He draws Smashing Ground. He tries to attack me, and I use Book of Moon. He doesn't say anything that Zing turns. I'm thinking it's these two the whole time. And then after I go, he's like, wait a minute. Wait, that's... book was under the zing. Alright, well, I didn't know that. So I said, you either call the judge, what do you want to do? I was like, you didn't say anything, you put the shit down, you didn't tell me that, so I have no clue at all. I have no knowledge of what's zinged and what's not at this point. I'm thinking for real that it's these two, so that's all I have in my mind. So I offered a draw, and he's like, I clicked the middle one, and I say, well, I would have been used this one, even though I couldn't use it because it was torrential. But still, he cancels call, and he just says, all right, fine, these two. Okay, so we're back in it. So I discard Thunder Dragon. This game's already been pretty crazy. I set bait, set heavy, and pass. He draws into another knock, so awesome. He fires the knock again on me. He's not getting lucky as shit on me, no. Not at all. Knock again. Cool, there goes my fate. Not just top decking 2 knocks when you only have Don Zalug. That's not lucky as shit. No, not at all. So he hits me for the 14. Gets rid of a Thunder Dragon. I draw into Sangan. I set the Sangan and pass. He draws it to the perfect level 2. Like, cool, it gets even better for him. Like, every goddamn draw is either knock or level 2. It's so fucking funny. So I grab Sinister. He hits me with Don Zalug again for 14. I mill 2, knock, and Chaos Orc. I draw Solemn Judgment. I set the Solemn and set the Sinister and pass. He draws in a Dust Shoot. He hits me here. And then hits me for 14 again. And now I'm at 14. He sets the Trap Dust Shoot and passes. I draw into Ring. I grab my Sinister back. I set the Sinister. And set the Ring and pass. He draws in the Call of the Haunted. He tries to swing. I bring it. He says okay, so now I'm at 500 and he's at 1100. He swings into my Sinister. He sets his call and passes. I draw into Mirror Force. I grab back my Sinister. I decide just to fire Heavy Storm right now and say screw it. Get all that shit out of here. Wada boom, wada bing, everything is gone. I set Sinister, set Mirror Force, and pass. He draws to a Kaiku, he goes into battle, hits me. I decide to Mirror Force like a dumbass, because I'm trying to kill him, so summons Kaiku and passes. I draw into BLS, like awesome, like so fucking cool. Should have never fucking Mirror Force. Draw into Solemn, grab my Sinister back, I'm still trying to fight here. I set the Sinister, set the Solemn, and pass. He draws into Giant Trunade, which is crazy. He hits my Sinister again. I draw MST. I get the Sinister back again here. Set the MST, set the Sinister pass. He draws into Duo. He sets the Duo. He hits my Sinister. I end phase. And I hit his Duo. I draw into Snatch Steel. And now I'm going for the game after all that crazy shit. Fire the Snatch Steel. Swing bada bada. He tries to sack you. I saw him. Whoop whoop. Got game 1. Some fucking how. Can't believe it. So, that was game 1. Remember, I won game 1. So let's see what happens here. Even after him getting lucky as shit on me with a knock and everything, I still ended up winning. So, game 2, he's got double Dust Shoot, Pot of Greed, knock, and zing. So, pretty good hand. I've got Tribe, Solemn, Kaiku, BLS, and Snaps. And then he draws Graceful. So, awesome. So great. This is how every game usually goes when I play against my opponent. They usually have this kind of opening right here. So he Pot of Greed into knock and smashing. Then he fires Graceful into Rhoda, Suzuki, and Kaiku. So he discards knock and smashing. He sets Dust Shoot, sets Zing, and summons the Ninja and passes. I draw Graceful, so okay, a little bit better, not really. He fires double Trap Dust Shoot on me. Alright, that's cool. Gets rid of my Tribe and my Kaiku. I fire Graceful. And I draw Chaos Sword, Mirror Force, and Saku. So this is just terrible. I fire the Snatch Steel, and I swing for 18. And I play around Zing here and just set Mirror Force and pass. He draws into Premature Burial. He fires the Rhoda on me. Grabs the Blade Knight. He sets 1 and then attacks, so it definitely should have been, Blade Knight should have been done, but I'll be nice. Whatever, since you were cool about the zing thing, I'll be cool about that. So I fire Mirror Force, main phase 2, he prematures the Blade Knight back, so that pretty much fucks me. And I draw into Thunder Dragon. I should have definitely just dropped this BLS right here. This is why I lost the game, I'm not gonna lie. But I was just worried about fucking whatchamacallit. I was worried about Solem, as being Solem or something. So I decide to just pass like an idiot. And then he fires Zing on his own card in this card. So cool. And then he runs out Kaiku, and I just scoop. Nothing I can do. I should have just ran BLS out there. That was definitely a misplay. Just make him have it. That's what I should have did. Instead I didn't do that. Draw Sinister, and I just scoop. I already know it's over. I hate that fucking card Zing. I really do. That's just a terrible card. So now it's 1-1, okay? So next one who wins should win the game, right? You would think. So he opens Smashing, Book, Solem, Pot, and MST. And I've got Pot, Kaiku, Double Fate, Deco, and Snatch Steel. I Pot agreed into Dust Shoot and Breaker. I set the Dust Shoot and set the Deco and pass. And I just fired the Trap Dust Shoot right away, saying fuck it. He fires Pot of Greed into Rhoda and Ninja. So again, he's got everything. He gets the Blade Knight. Just has to top deck into Rhoda there. Like, cool. So fucking funny. I'm glad I ended up beating this guy, though. Even after losing this game. Because, like, he sacked the fuck out of me. Like, there's no other thing about it. He got lucky as shit. Like, just to have fucking Rhoda there, just top deck Rhoda, you have literally nothing going for you, and you top deck Rhoda. I'm like, cool. So I summon Breaker here. He says, oh no, he books the Breaker here. Okay, I set Jar Greed, he in phase, MSTs it. He draws to a Breaker, must be nice. Summons the Breaker. Hits my face down. Hits me for 2k. Okay. I draw in a Mirror Force. I decide to Snatch Steel, and I fire the Breaker and break the wrong one because I did not get the fucking Snatch. So I set Mirror Force and set Faith, which was pretty terrible, knowing that he has. I should have never snatched it. I should have just set fucking Faith and passed here. Would have been definitely a better play. So he gains 1,000. But it doesn't matter though. He hits my Blade Knight. I'm Mirror Force. Of course, it's all Judgments. Awesome. Now I'm just fucked completely. I draw Heavy Storm, so now I have to fire Heavy Storm to give him back his Breaker. Set Faith and pass. Draws into Saku. Runs out the Ninja. Hits my Faith. I grab Snatch Steel. And he's swinging about us for everything. Set Saku and passes. I draw into another Kaiku. I run Kaiku out. I Snatch Steel the Blade Knight. I hit with the Kaiku. He Saku's the Kaiku here, so he's trying to top deck BLS on my ass. That's the plan. He's only running like probably 1 BLS. He's like, I'm gonna draw on this guy. Fuck this dude. Instead, he draws Mobius. So now I'm just like, cool, you got me, bro. You're just the best in the world. Like, what can I do? Literally had nothing at all. You just top decked a bunch of off. So I'm in defeat, and look what it says, 2-2-2. So somehow we start side decking. So I said, or not, guess we still play. So he beat me twice, and I only beat him once, and yet we still fucking keep playing here. So now we go to game 4, which makes no sense to me, but I'm like, alright, let's run this shit, bro. Fuck it. And I get to go first. So cool, since I lost the last game. So I got Book of Moon, Berserk Gorilla, BLS, Torrential, Chaos Orc, and Kaiku. I set the Torrential and just pass. He top decks the MST right away on me. Awesome. No fucking shit, Sherlock. Hits my Torrential. He's got Compose, Spy, Snatch, Saku, and Ninja Grandmaster Suzuki or Suzuki, whatever the fuck you say it. He runs out the ninja and hits me for 18. He sets compulse and passes. I draw into Blade Knight. I run the Berserker Gorilla out and swing. He compulses it. I'm like, alright, cool. Quick -1. Set Book of Moon and pass. He draws into another spy. And he hits me again. I take the 18 again. Set Saku and set spy and passes. I draw on the Mirror Force. I run the monkey out again. Swing. He Saku's it. Okay, so he's used 2 cards to get rid of this monkey now. I set Mirror Force and pass. He draws into a knock. He goes into battle. And I decide it's a Mirror Force. So I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna hits. He sets knock and sets the spy and passes. I draw into a Saku. I run the Haiku out. I hit this one. He shows me that one, so I guess it's just both spies. He didn't have to do that at all. He could have just not done that. But alright, cool. He draws BLS on me, which is pretty nice, I guess. He fires Snatch Steel. I Book of Moon the Kaiku. He knocks the Kaiku. Okay, cool. Could have just ran into the Kaiku with spies, but I guess he didn't want to do that. Then he gets his even if I answer the fucking spy, he could drop BLS on me. So this way I run another Kaiku out on his ass, and I'm like, fuck this shit. Hit his ass. Banish that light in the grave, so now your BLS is dead. Set MST and pass. He draws in a DD Warrior Lady. He sets the DD Warrior Lady and passes. I draw into Faith, which is pretty nice. Not really, because I have nothing going. I decide to run into the DD Warrior Lady, and he doesn't remove it. He's just like, you know what? I'm not worried about the Kaiku. I'm gonna answer that shit soon, and I'm gonna get this BLS out. I need my light. Let's fucking go. Let's do this. I set Fate and pass. He draws into a Mystic Swordsman level 2. He runs it out, tries to hit my face down. I Saku the shit out of it, and he passes. I draw on Dust Shoot, which is dead. I flip Fate, grab Book of Moon. I set Book of Moon and pass. He draws into Solemn Judgment. I set Solemn. I end phase MST it right away. I draw Sinister, which is dead. Switch to Fate. I set the Sinister up to bluff and pass. He draws Torrential here. He sets the Torrential. I draw another Dust Shoot. It's funny. He draws into Rhoda here. He fires the Rhoda on me. I'm like, alright, cool. He grabs Exile Force. And he pops the... And he changed Torrential to this here. This is where it's funny. He changed Torrential to the Summon of Exile. So I'm like, alright, cool. Good shit, buddy. You got me, bro. Like, that makes no sense at all. Like, then he tries to run BLS out. He knows I have Book of Moon. So it's like, he knows he's not going to get a game shot here. Because I flip Fate, they got Book of Moon. So he tries to swing, I instantly book it. Now I got the Light and Dark and Grave. I draw Snatch Steel, which was like, I dropped the BLS on him. Swing, hit his ass for 3K. I set the Serpent and set both Dusters as a bluff, and I pass. He draws into Dua. So he just scoops, and when he loses, when he admits defeat, I win that match somehow. But that was the craziest match I played on this site because I won game 1, he won game 2 and game 3. We went to game 4 and I beat him, and then I just win. And he even said, like, in the Discord that he got like 2 game losses or some shit for that, which I don't understand at all. But let's see if I can see, did I get... No, I couldn't have got a game loss. No, well, let me see. Let's check that real quick.